The following is a VOD that was recorded live on stream for a follower of mine. If you'd like your own VOD review, there is a link in the description.
Bastion is not good for this map. And then you just watch me fucking fail in a Masters game against the Bastion. But you have a Torb. Okay, let's see. So, what's your comp? Do you press tab? You press tab after your other two lock in? If they still haven't picked, they're not, like in 15 seconds, they're not gonna get there in time. That was a quick. Okay, Lucio and Ana, and Mercy, sorry. So, you have a Lucio, what's Lucio gonna contribute? The square root of fuck all, because here, so these guys, you're two main tanks, it's not incredibly bad. This is okay because you have this at the choke. And you have one shield for here, and then your shield for the choke. Whereas, and then on top of that, you've got two massive health pools here between the two of you. Like you can like come back and forth. Thing is, Mercy is gonna be, Mercy's advantage just now is that she can fly everywhere. She can't, like, who's she gonna fly to here? Lucio's going to have to be inside, like, all of you to get healing off. And Junkrat's gonna be pretty much up on the right flank, so she can fly to him to escape. Torch are gonna be sitting in the back somewhere. So she's got ways to escape, but there's not really any reason for her to be there. Like, an Ana would be a better pick here, but I understand why people play Mercy, especially in gold. You have a Torb, which is okay. Lucio is really the big sore thumb in this comp, because I can't really see... He's gonna have to be fighting in the choke. You have two tanks. You have one tank. Like, if you play Reinhardt correctly, you can do... you can speed boost into them. Like, what he should be doing, if you're 100% playing Lucio, is that he's gonna be waiting and then speed boosting you into the fight. But you have an Orisa, who's not... She's like a static tank. You have Torb, who is static. You have Junkrat, who is ranged, like he's not going to be going in on his own. And you have yourself, and you have Mercy. The speed boost gets basically no value here, apart from backing up the point and possibly saving people. So that's the only thing. You can't control the Lucio pick, no, but it's good to see where the sore thumbs are in comps, so that if stuff does go wrong, you can then point it out later on. So she just wasted her. You got 20 seconds left, that's fine. Like, you'd be much better off with a Zen Ana here, because Zen and Ana can sit right at the back. So do you know the reason that you run Pinkatana? Do you know the reason that you run a tank, a main tank and an off tank? Also watch through this. So what is this? The off tanks usually have mobility so that they can peel for backlines, and they enable your main tank to do his job, plus supporting the rest of your team at the same time. So for example, D.va, she can peel for backline. It's not necessarily her job, but she can do it. If your Reinhardt shield goes down, she can DM it. It's not necessarily the most advantageous use of it, but if you've got two main tanks like this, you're very static. Like, there's no chase. If someone, say you get someone on the enemy team to 1 health, who's gonna chase it? Is Lucio gonna chase it? No. Like, you need to have like a D.va, a Roadhog to get that crucial hook on someone. You need a D.va to chase them down and just pick them off. Like, I guess in this situation, you would be expecting a Reddit Lucio. Because he's the only one that can really chase, apart from Junkrat, but he's not accurate, so... Can't see what's going on. It's good shielding the rest of there. You're chasing a Reaper. Please tell me you don't keep chasing this. Oh, he's actually one. You can probably kill him. Yeah. You're good. Just gotta be careful because a decent. So, at this point, 15 seconds into the game, I might have missed it. I might just be blind. Also, you can press tab and find out what the enemy are running. He's usually here. Usually chills out. Good call on your shield there. At this point, I'd be calling Reaper on me, going back to point, play on point. Just so your team knows what's happening. That was an unlucky grenade coming in there. Why is the bitrate so bad on this video? It's so poor, I don't know why. Oh, that is high. Yeah, a decent Reaper should be able to shred you, but... Like, I'd even say here, like, oh, I'm meeting them top. Please don't slam here, you've already won the fight. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, because that's a Reaper. He required to be nano boosted to even get to you, however, a decent Reaper later on will shred you. Or the squad to prevent lag? Ah, no problem. How does he know that? Does he have sights? Why is the gameplay so long? This is sped up. Weird. Nice. But it's a classic over ult. You probably won that without an ult.
Go back out, go back out.
You maybe wouldn't have killed them all, but
I need you. Okay.
I understand when you're in gold and plat. Sometimes you need to use your ults to close out fights.
Can someone hit me?
Like you... Okay. If there's one thing you take away from this, I want you to put on a sticky note, write on a sticky note, press tab, and stick it to your screen. So that, like, Overwatch, like any game really, any competitive game, is a game about having more information than the enemy team. If you don't know what they're running, like especially now, you just wipe them. They might go, we're gonna change, we're gonna go full dive. And then they dive you, and you're like, oh fuck, what am I doing? Your team doesn't have time to swap, your Torb is left alone, blah blah. Press tab. If there's one thing that comes out of this, press tab. It's such a huge thing. They're just gonna run their face into here. What ults do they have? It wasn't a call. Call on the eyes. Why did your Mercy die in there or what? Your D.va and your Mercy went out? So at this point, I'd be like, okay,
Why you go there?
okay, he's gonna ult to try and do it. To even it up. Your Torb's dead, you're 3 down. Lucio had to ult to save you here. I wouldn't fight this, like, at most you have a Lucio behind you, your Mercy's not with you. They're on point, their Moira's on point, I can hear that. Yep. And your Mercy died because she came up to you. You were 3 down, you should have moved back. Corner check's better than you, don't need to corner check when I know what's around them. Like, the 2 things that push me out of gold, or 3 things really: shot calling, understanding at least a tiny bit of a comp and understanding what makes certain comps work, and did I say shot calling already? I don't know. My brain is just fried, hold on. We'll keep watching. So your Torb's ulted. Like, Reaper's just gonna fucking mangle him because he's a massive head hitbox. Take more shots, yep. I'll get back to you on that. Like, that wasn't even...
You guys on the free time form? Or am I really
It'd increase your call outs. Especially when they had sights. Like, I think your D.Va and your Mercy went round to flank them, which is questionable at best, you know? They didn't call it out or anything, they're not even in the group. However, like, the Mercy needs to know at some point it's not worth keeping someone alive for you to die. Like, as Mercy, your number 1 priority is probably staying alive yourself in 90% of situations. So he's decided either Bloodlust is tilted or just doesn't care, doesn't give a fuck by now. Like, Ripmeister has done the classic, the 100% classic tryhard. Tryhard enmity. I know his tryhard does this a fair bit, and there's no slight on him, but he says something in voice and then thinks that they can't hear, so he types it in chat. And it's obvious that they aren't going to do it, and you're just tilting them further by doing it. Chat your face off. I have legitimately been told once to shut up in a comp game. Like, once. Out of 400 hours a game time, once I was told, "Can you stop talking and let us play the game?" People, like, even if you're spouting nonsense, or not if you're spouting nonsense, you gotta keep your comms clean and to the point, but also, like, the more comms the better. The more information you're feeding to your team, the better. So I usually ask once, and then if that doesn't work, I just go, okay, I'm solo tanking. Adjust your playstyle. You have a Brig, and you've got a Zen. It's not the best combo. The Ripmeister is obviously tilted. He was playing Zarya, and now he's playing Widow, so he's like, fuck this game. I want to play Widow. You've got 3 DPS. Reaper is going to be following along with you and Brig. Widow is going to be in the back line trying to get some kills. Junkrat's going to be like 15 meters behind you spamming the choke. Zen is probably going to be staying pretty near Junkrat or even further back. You have weak heals. I don't want to see you coming in and dying immediately because you don't have strong heals. Looking at the floor as Reinhardt does very little for your head hitbox. Because it's so massive already.
Back off.
Everybody just lost the duel. I like the aggression here. Oh, almost well timed. What the fuck was that Moira doing?
Nice. Nice. Good job.
You basically got that for your team. Oh, someone did swap off with DPS at the last second. Cool. Because if you hadn't made the move in there, you wouldn't have got it. The biggest thing I see with Reinhardt's lower down is that they're just like... They're just bots. They're playing rectangle man. They don't want to move forward from the chokes. They just go like, oh, I'm going to hold at the choke until we get a pick, and then I'm going to move in. It's like, no, you're the playmaker. You need to go. You need to go. You need to get in there. You need to fight. When you can win. Especially in gold, you can push the limits. Swing like that. Yeah, you weren't going to be shielding anyone behind you. They were all focused on you. It was a bit aggressive. It paid off. Their Moira was a bot. Gotta take into account that you're playing in gold. If you did that higher up, you would have been dead. But you've got a comp that wouldn't be in higher up, I'd hope. Kind of leaving your team to die here. So look at where your team are. So Jane says this a lot. I say this a lot. And people in comp don't seem to understand it. But if your team has a plan, or they go in, and it's fucking idiotic. If one person does that, they're just throwing the game. If 6 people do that, then it's a plan. But your team is in there, you have just went default up here, you're like, oh yeah, Reinhardt, second point Hanamura, we push into this door, and then we go up that way. Good, this is what we do. This is how we do it, boys. You didn't communicate it, as far as I heard. I didn't hear anything. Your team's already in there without you. You looked main, but you didn't go in. And you still haven't communicated that you're not with them. Call Widow Coast, so Monkey can jump. Like, you're 1 down here, you're 2 down now. And it's one of your healers. 3 down now. You're gonna lose this. You should lose this. That was a case of you going in. That was the opposite of trickling, as in you're coming back from spawn. You went in 1 by 1. Like, you trickled into the point, but not because you were staggered with spawns, because you were staggered with just communications. There was no point tying you together. Like, you had no one behind you. You had nothing to shield. What's the point in playing Reinhardt if there's nothing to shield behind you, you can't put the aggression on, etc, etc. Just a bit more communication. Hey, can we push top right? But you've got voice, you can say that. Should have followed them? Yes, if you didn't say anything. However, they shouldn't have got to that point, because you should have been saying, we're going top right, guys, follow me. And like, that top right was probably the right call there, because you probably would have pushed in and got the point, because there was no one sat up there when you went up there. When you got up, there was no one sitting there. Maybe they had to reset there if they saw you, but... There, breaks in.
Guys, come.
I probably would have said to break there. Get the fuck back. It's probably just me.
Guys, can you go back?
You gotta be really careful with those charges. You just charged into a Reaper, a Moira, and a Hog that's now ulting. Nice slam, he didn't focus you. Mistake on his behalf. Yeah. Your Widow's sitting in the back and just not picking anyone. Yes. Not a bad choice, not a bad choice. Nice. You recognize that there's... Oh, but your Reaper's popped off. He got 2 kills. Like, your Reaper's going in, you should follow him. Yes. Like, if you get... Your focus here is to get picked before those other 2 respawn. There's also a really good video by Karki that came out pretty early. Pretty recently about capture times and how having more people in the point during overtime extends it, and how the mechanics actually work of that. I'd recommend going to watch that. Trance comes out again. Aggressive trance. They're... Oh, unlucky. Anywhere else you could have ran there? So you fly in here, which is fine. Back off because you're getting demacked. Trance comes out. So, that's kind of the classic, I'm in trance, I'm invincible. Oh wait, there's a wall in front of me. You probably could have been backing off there. You probably have a point of, you maybe could have probably, like, if you'd backed off, you're 85%, 100% you could have got your mech back if you just backed off here and just tried to get your... Stayed in the trance, but at the other side of him. Like, you're not tank anymore, you're maybe D.va.
Oh my god.
It is kind of unlucky that you didn't get out there. I think your team wins this for you. If they can get D.va on a mech, they win this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, what you mean? Nice. On the Ana. Nice. Where was this earlier? Where was this earlier? You're calling. It's amazing. Good job. Nice. Nice. Well done. That was good. Now you've got a Hammond. Be vocal about it. All plans survive until contact with the enemy team. They might not be in the back. They might not have a backline. They might be playing goats. They might be playing right up at your choke. I like playing Winston. That's why that guy never gets to play Winston. But you can be vocal about it. You can talk. Same combo is working. You're attacking again? Probably. However, that's first point, second point. You did first point with Ryan, Winston, and got a lucky pick. I'm not gonna make that.
Oh my god, my bad. I missed the shot.
I like the call. Too bad your team's just like idiot. However, you've only lost 2 people here, and as a Genji on point. Hard decision. However, I might have. Okay, it's hard to tell. I might have left the Zen to the Reaper and just went onto point. Because he said, oh, I'm gonna dive their backline, blah blah blah, I'm gonna go do this. And he proceeded not to dive their backline, but stay in the backline. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead anyway. Now you're dead. Oh, close. Team respawn. I'm expecting you to see you play Winston as a main tank, or a Reinhardt. You're gonna go forward here and bubble, aren't you? Don't bubble the choke. Don't bubble the choke. Don't bubble the choke. You didn't bubble the choke. Nice. Now I drop it. Nice. Stay in the bubble. Oh, unlucky Reaper. Hack the game. This time it was in pink. Yeah. Playing Winston, awareness of a Reaper. So important. Like, ridiculously important. You dove the backline, which allowed that created the space for your team to push through, but the Reaper came up behind you and got you. However, that's fine. Your Reaper popped off. Your Hammond actually hit a shot, and he got a mine on the Ana, so. This is why wins are eh. They're gonna get that. Okay, what do you do second point? Top right.
Are you going the middle, on the middle or the right?
Don't ask questions like that. Just say we're going top right. Dedicate yourself to going that way and have your team follow you up. Or if you see someone going somewhere, like you already saw 2 people on your team go top right, there's no point asking the question, just say we're going top right, guys. Especially now, I don't think you're all together. Oh, their Lucio just fed. Go, 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 go. Don't dive that Reaper. Reaper's on your left. They've just used so many ults. You can bubble and jump away from this. Nice. Reaper's one. You can get Reaper. Oh, you can't. Ana's at coast. Did you see that? Nice punch. Punches is better than mine.
Oh, we good. One more fight. Yeah, one more fight. Last fight.
Should I swap to Brian? No. Second point with Ryan is pretty difficult. Like I've actually started. I used to do Ryan all the time on second point Hanamura. Now I do Winston as much as I can. I like go in, use my shatter that I got from first point if I've got it, and then swap to Winston. Because it's so open. Okay. Ana's on your left. Ana's your main priority. Okay, you got there, Lucio. That's good. See where the Ana is? Yeah, you saw her? Nice. Pin her in that corner. Pin that old lady. Yeah, she can't kill you. D.va, D.va, D.va. It seems like you start calling after the fight's won. Nice. Yeah, there's nothing they can do here. You've got 6 guys, 6 people on point. It's overtime. They've got like 15 seconds respawn timer or something. Positive reinforcement. I like it. Dive defense. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, you're up on the high ground. That's good. They have a May now. Oh, they had a May, sorry. From stalling last point. Jump towards him. You fed them there. Right. Quick something. I think I noticed you doing it earlier, but just to make sure, you could have got back to point pretty quick there. It's actually quicker on Hanamura to go on the right side and jump for Monkey. So you know, when you jump, I presume you know this, I'm just gonna iterate it again. When you jump and hold W, you land. But if you jump, you're holding W, and you hold space at the same time, you go forward, shift, hold space. You jump like another 7 meters, another 10 meters almost. You do this little bounce. And almost every character has this, even D.va. And it's also really good because you can do this. Applies to Mercy as well. Yep. And now I'm right at the edge. so you can like start tickling them from the edge of your shield. Ryan, D.va, yep.
This will protect us. Survival of the fittest.
Like, so many characters have this. Ryan has it on his charge. D.va has it. So, you can just hold W, press shift, hold space. You can time it as well if you want, but it's better to just hold space. Coming to the end. Wall's down, you're one down. Yeah, your team are picking up kills. You almost died again there, but nice jump, nice punch. You missed a punch, but it's worthwhile doing it. You do it more often than me. Here is fine for scouting, but you're just going to take a necessary poke like that and then drop down. You're going to miss that. Oh, you didn't. You slid along the wall. Nice. That was a classic case of, I can get this kill. I can do this. And then you die. Yep. Because you jump down into a Moira. Like, even if you can't confirm a kill on someone, you can still, like, you don't have your ult, you're not gonna get out of there. Now Moira's popped her ult to try and save you. If you tickled that Genji, got him off the high ground so he wasn't like constantly pricking your team who were in the choke, you just zoned them out of there and then stayed on the high ground. Reaper can't capitalize on you, Genji has to go back for healing, they've wasted time doing that. You can get value even if you don't get kills. Okay, good question to ask. You should maybe do it after every time. That was kind of a trickle, like, you came back from Swan, you died, you came back from Swan, you died. As a monkey, you want to be able to survive. Like, you can't do your tanking if you're dead. Pretty much. Value your life.
They use cheat outs, right? They use
So, I would have even made the call there just to say die on point. A lot of people don't understand why, but if you die on point, it means that A, if you're going to die, die quickly. And if you die on point, especially on payload, where it's more important, die on payload, they're not pushing for that entire time and they've got to try and kill you. They've got to try and get you off the point to do it. But now, your Reaper and your Soldier, both your DPS, are gone. They're dead. But look where everyone is. You're all pushed up. Now they're gonna come in here. Very risky. They have a sniper. This would have been good information to have earlier. They only have one tank. Winston's a good choice. Hammond, not so much. They have a Hanzo, which can burst them down, and they have a Reaper who can burst them down pretty quick. They've also got the Ana for the anti-nade, which is really easy to hit on the ball. Your VODs are unwatchable. Spam tab. Yeah, spamming tab is so, like, you should, like, I'd rather see you spamming tab too much than spamming tab too little, I think. They only have the D.va, and she can't block, like, she's gonna be blocking what? She can't block Moira, she can't block Brig, she can't block you. She can block Torb, not his hammer though. Bonk bonk. Not that he's gonna be doing anything with it. Monkey's a good choice, even if they have, because they've basically got 5 squishies and a D.va. And your main priority here is either the Genji, who hasn't bladed yet, I don't think, or the Ana. And just staying away from that Reaper. Your Torb can probably take down the mech, to be honest. Between the Torb and Ripmeister there. You're gonna swap. You're gonna swap into Ryan. Oh no.
Go for it.
So the reason Winston's so good on second point Hanamura defense is that he can reposition himself really quickly, and there's high ground all around. So, and not only that, some of that high ground is inaccessible to people. If you've got something like a Reaper coming after you, what's he gonna do? If he hits you in the head, you can just jump straight up in the air strafe, land on a high ground. Oh, Reaper can't get to you. If he comes up, you just jump to another one. Like the cooldown on it's too low. Or too high even. In summary, press tab more. I would probably say in gold, just that like the two things I want you to focus on if you want, like if you can get out of gold, which you can easily. You're doing your Winston punches really well. Probably better than I was when I was in gold. Actually, definitely better. You're probably still doing them better than I am because I'm hideous for forgetting. It just needs to be fired into my muscle memory. Press tab, see what they're running. Make sure you've got that. Make sure you see what alts are up. Over alting is a thing all the way up until diamond. Like, even past that. But it should start to simmer out around there because people communicate what alts they have, what alts they're going to use in certain fights. That's pressing tab and being more vocal. You've done it. Like you said, you were calling perfectly at the when you first attacked the second point. You're like, this person, 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 this person. Like, it's not necessarily shot calling, it's target calling, which is 100% a main tank's job. Sometimes the off tank does it. Usually it's the main tank, because the main tank's the one that can see you. Main tank is usually the one that's incapable of moving so much, like an Orisa, like a Reinhardt. It kind of gets, like, with a Winston, it's the same thing. You jump because you call the target as Winston, because you are in once you've jumped. You can't, you are in for the cooldown of your jump. You can't get back out.